Hi, everybody. Carolyn Doran Ballard here, and welcome. We can now get to introducing what we believe in, not only in bowling, but everything beyond the lanes, our community activities, our youth bowling, our clinics. So we want to introduce you to what we're all about and our team. So starting off tonight, we have Jeffrey Young, who is the manager of our Ballards Bowling Academy Pro Shop at Watauga. And we have EJ Nanichka, who is the manager of our City View Showcase Pro Shop at City View Lanes. Welcome, guys.
Glad to be here. How are you?
Finally, after a few technical difficulties and getting used to everything, we are here with our first ever Beyond the Lanes. So before this pandemic started, Jeffrey, we'll start with you. You have some exciting news to share with everybody, or I'm going to make you now share it with everybody. So go ahead. Tell us what you were doing yesterday.
Been kind of just rearranging our spare room because that's going to end up becoming our new baby room. We are expecting a new baby in October, so it won't be the COVID baby. So we're super excited, and hopefully we'll find out the gender here in the next couple weeks.
Oh, okay, because I thought maybe this could be a cool reveal party, but we'll have to wait for that then. Okay, yeah. Very good. Congratulations. I'm very excited for you.
Thank you.
And EJ, you were busy moving into a new house when this all hit, so I expect that every box is unpacked.
Just about. We have a couple more boxes to go, a couple more things to hang, but definitely have the time to work on everything recently, so hopefully in the next week or so.
Excellent. Well, the reason we started this program is because we wanted to make everyone feel good, especially going through this time when we're all stuck in the house and probably going a little stir crazy. As everyone knows, Ballards Bowling Academy is about elite coaching, family, and passion. And we are definitely passionate about what we do. So we felt the way to kick this off would be with someone who's extremely enthusiastic, one of our best youth bowlers, and we're so proud of him, Lane Thompson. Are you there, Lane?
Yes, ma'am, I'm here. How are you?
Awesome. Great. Lane, welcome. Lane is a senior at Nimitz High School, and he's got some pretty exciting news that we wanted to share with everyone. Lane is one of 5 recipients of the Earl Anthony USBC $5,000 scholarship. Awesome, Lane. Congratulations.
Thank you so much.
All right, so tell us, how did you feel getting that phone call?
Words cannot describe at all what I felt. I mean, it was just a rush of emotions of, no way, this can't be right. IBC left my mom a voicemail, and I heard the voicemail, and the first thought was, oh, no, what did I do wrong? What have I done wrong? Just scenarios started playing through, and it was just amazing. My mom, I sat down and talked to my mom and dad about it, and we had $5,000. That's a lot. That's a lot for the colleges I'm looking at. So it was just a true blessing.
Now, you say you talked to your mom and dad. Okay, no, I want to know exactly how your mom reacted when you got off the phone call and told her about it. What did she say?
Well, when she was shocked. She was just like, no way, because we had forgotten. I applied for it during Christmas time, and we started looking, and she was just like, man, that's like getting second place at Junior Gold. That's a lot of money.
That is so awesome. Well, now this leads you into your college career. You've always talked about being a college bowler. I know your senior year is going a little different than expected, but you have always talked about going to college. You are passionate about bowling, passionate about your music. So before we ask you where you might be going, I don't know if your decision has been made. I do know you're down to 2 universities, Newman and West Texas A&M. Jeffrey is a past collegiate champion from Wichita State. So Jeffrey, what advice do you have for Lane?
The main thing is just enjoy every moment that you have, because those 4 years do go by extremely quickly. And just be a sponge. You're going to get to know so many more people, and definitely you're going to be great in the classroom, but definitely it's called student athlete for a reason. So enjoy your time, and you'll be wonderful at it.
Lane, what are you looking forward to with this next experience?
Just meeting a whole bunch of new people that I've never seen before and getting to know people and letting people know who I am. And then again, spreading the message that the kids that come out of Ballards Bowling Academy are kids that are going to be great, that have knowledge and not just on the lane, but like knowledge that they're thinking before they throw the shot. Where am I at? What am I doing? And then being a successful team. I mean, I want to be a part of a team when the team walks in the building, they're like, oh, that university is going to be here. Cool.
Right. Well, knowing you, you're definitely going to make a statement. Now, you're very active in your high school, very active in your community, and I know your passion is music. So tell us, have you picked an exact major?
Definitely education, whether it be music education or education in general. I'd love to be a band director, or I'd love to come back to Irving ISD and be a history teacher and a coach at the same time.
Very interesting. I love it. Well, you definitely show what an all-around athlete is all about. You work hard. Your enthusiasm is infectious. And you've made so many changes over the last few years. My gosh, I remember when you were only 4'1" instead of 6.5 feet. So we have all seen you grow up. EJ, I think you have a question for Lane about his bowling career.
Yes, like Carolyn was saying, we've all been around you. We watched you grow up and come through the ranks of the youth programs and being part of our clinics and everything. We've seen a lot of growth in you. I was curious to see what you think your biggest growth was over the last year.
I've grown in all aspects of the sport, but the one thing that really stands out to me is just being able to roll the ball instead of throw the ball now. It's just, that was one of the hardest habits I've ever gotten out of. It's taken a lot, me being as tall and as big as I am, being able to be as smooth at the foul line as the people that are 4'1", like Jeffrey. He's really smooth at the foul line. And I want to be just like Miss Carolyn or Jeffrey and like EJ Bowles. But yeah.
Oh my God, that was fantastic, Lane. Like I said, I mean, that could not have been planned any better, and that was not planned. Okay, and thank God Jeffrey is laughing, so see. Okay, so Lane, as you leave high school and go into college, you have a great group of youth bowlers that you've shared your time with. We're very fortunate here in the DFW area to have the North Central Texas USBC. We have the USBC right here in our backyard in Arlington. So what advice do you have those youth underneath you? What piece of advice could you give them? So
there's two things that stick out to me, and I'm going to make this as quick as I can. Never make a moment dull, and never take a moment for granted, because you never know when your last moment as a youth bowler is going to be. Stuff happens in the world, and sometimes you have to roll with the punches, just like this COVID-19. My last senior high school, or being a senior in high school and bowling for my high school moment, was taken away. My state tournament was canceled because of this pandemic that's going around, and it's really unfortunate, but the health of people is very important. Another thing is, don't beat yourself up too much. I remember being young when I first started Sport Patterns and me shooting 130s and 140s. And I was thinking, man, I don't know how I'm ever going to make it. But now I'm at tournaments averaging 2-0 sometimes, and then sitting back going, wow, man, I've grown a lot. So never be too hard on yourself, and always push yourself. You don't want to be good. You want to be the greatest, and always remember that.
Excellent. Lane, unbelievable the way you just finished that sentence. You always want to be great. You want to be a part of a team. Any university that gets you as their student athlete will be better for that. Have you made a decision, or are you not going to tell us yet?
I haven't made a decision, but I definitely have my eyes set on West Texas A&M. The campus is beautiful. I love the team. And yes, that's Mama Carolyn's old campus. It's her old stomping grounds, but it was a beautiful campus, a beautiful tour, and I look forward to just bowling in college.
Excellent. Lane, again, your personality, your work ethic, infectious. We are so proud of you, and I expect you to give us updates, and I don't want to have to text your mom, so I want to make sure you keep in touch with us. Best of luck. You will be awesome.
Thank you so much.
Thank you, Lane.
All right. Now stay safe. Bye-bye.
You too. So, guys, who wants to go? I mean, come on. How does the hair on your arms not stand up after talking to him? I mean, really, is it not? I mean, he exudes just enthusiasm in everything that he does, correct?
Yes, absolutely. I would love to take some of the kids that we have, let just Lane and just observe him and take his personality and how he approaches everything. It's just awesome.
I think it's fantastic. I really do. But this leads us into, of course, let's get into some bowling talk. He led us into everything he learned at our academies. Right before all of this hit, one of the newest Storm balls came out, the Axiom. I know all of us got to throw it. So, EJ, let's start with you. What did you see out of the Axiom?
Well, a couple things I saw just in my research before I got my hands on it. Some of the numbers are reminding me of a phase 2. Might be a little stronger, so that's kind of what I was anticipating. After I drilled it and compared the two, it was actually a little sooner, a little more continuous down lane than my phase 2. Something I can use on a higher volume or even some of the sport patterns when they're a little slicker. So definitely a great complement to my phase 2, my benchmark ball, and something that would be a great mainstay in a lot of bags for a lot of bowlers.
Really great. That's a great synopsis right there. And you do like to hook it a little bit more. So that even makes more sense. Jeffrey, what did you see out of the Axiom?
Well, I got to throw it at Watauga quite a bit in league, and what I could not get over is it does get through the front, still has that early engine, but also really continues down lane. So it's definitely a step up from my phase 2. And then we actually drilled yours on the same day that we bowled league, and I'm still kind of upset right now because you did beat me. But we drilled yours.
One time.
It was one. Okay, I'll give it to you. We drilled yours the same as your phase 2. And what kind of similarities did you see?
Well, I agree with both of you, even though I like to be a little bit more on top of it and go a little bit straighter, lower rev rate. I did compare it to the phase 2. It is a little bit earlier, but it is definitely more continuous than I thought it was going to be. It's pretty aggressive for me. The other key was that we actually took the surface up a little bit. We took it up to about a 3,000, I think. It had a little lane shine on it, and then I just smoothed it out a little bit, and it was just a little bit cleaner, but never lost its recovery down lane. So again, that's a key for me with a strong ball, in that I can use it with surface and still get it to continue, and I can shine it up just that little bit or smooth it out and still get that continuation and that mid lane roll I like to see. And that's what I saw. And yes, I did use it that first week, and I did kick Jeffrey's butt, so that's great. So that's a bonus in my bag, right? Okay, well, everybody was getting ready, as a matter of fact, to drill this ball because they were getting ready for their Open Championships, and/or we were supposed to be bowling Women's Championships, as a matter of fact, here in a couple of weeks. So if I were to tell you both, you could only take 4 bowling balls. I know you can take more, but you can only take 4 bowling balls to the Open Championship. EJ, I want to know your 4 balls in your lineup.
Well, the 4 balls I would take, I'm able to throw polyester urethane at my spares. So in this case, with only 4 balls, I'm going to take a pitch purple for my urethane and my spares, something I can really control the lane with. Then, of course, my benchmark ball is going to be my phase 2, one that I've thrown for a while, has a little bit of lane shine on it, a little cleaner. And then, of course, my ball up from there is going to be my Axiom, something similar roll, very controllable for me, and just the bigger cover, that bigger engine, just to get it going a little faster. And then, of course, if they're really slick, I'm going to take a UFO. I typically don't like a lot of asymmetricals. They tend to see the lane a little too fast for me, or I can't blend them around. So the UFO has just been awesome. I'm able to combat the patterns at different angles, able to get way left with something I'm typically not able to do with an asymmetrical. So those guys, those would be my 4.
And that's great, because Jeffrey, you and I have talked about this a lot, especially when we're bowling pot games on Fridays. Yes, you heard it here. We bowl pot games on Fridays at Watauga, but we talk a lot about the difference with some of these ASIMs being able to get left, and as you get it right, it still continues pretty darn good. So that's an excellent analogy. Jeffrey, what 4 would you take?
Definitely as the benchmark ball, I have to go with the phase 2. It's been my ball to go to that tournament the last 2 years, definitely, and I've had some pretty success with that ball. If they're a little bit slicker, I definitely go with the UFO. I'm sure all 3 of us, we can't say enough about that ball. It's so good. It's continuous. And then since I'm on a little bit of the slower speed, I'm going to go with phase 3 as ball number 3 for me. It's going to help me kind of get it through the fronts a little bit better. And then when I want to make sure I make all my spares, right? I never miss. Just kidding. I'm going to go with my urethane ball because I can use it if they are crispy a little bit, and I can flatten it out enough to make those spares.
And for both of you, that also allows you to have another ball in your bag, not the plastic ball like I would use, my spare Storm, obviously. But that gives you another option, which is pretty cool. I'm pretty much on the same path as you guys. I'll be bowling nationals with EJ. Do like to stay on top of the pattern a little bit more because I am the only girl that goes with 4 teams. So there's a lot of high rev players. So I try to stay to the right and wait till I have to get left because a lot of them tend to want to start a little bit deeper, a little bit deeper than they probably should. But there is a method to the madness. I, too, would bring my phase 2. I would also bring a UFO and my spare ball, as I said. And my 4th ball, I was flipping. I was flipping between the phase 3 and a Pearl High Road. And I think I would go with the Pearl High Road because I do feel that the lanes tend to break down because of the group that I go with. I am forced in, and I do need something that's going to be clean but still wants to come around the corner. And with the Pearl High Road, I can still change the surface and get it to read a little bit sooner wherever I need on the lane. And I feel very confident in that ball. I mean, who doesn't like a high road, right? So, yeah. So there's some great advice for everybody who will be going, I'm thinking on a positive note, who will be going to the Open Championships and or the Women Championships, or you know what, even getting ready for league. Because hopefully by the time this goes by, we'll be starting summer leagues. I'm crossing my fingers. Or we will be getting ready for the fall leagues, and we all need new bowling balls, right? Mm-hmm. Okay, mm-hmm. So while we are stuck at home, there are ways that we can still work on our game and get better. And Jeffrey, I think you wanted to talk a little bit about a free giveaway we have.
Yeah, we have a free giveaway. We figured we'd offer something to everybody that's watching out there. So the first 25 people, you have to like our Facebook page, Ballards Bowling Academy, and also subscribe to our website to win a free online lesson from Dell or Carolyn. We'll put the first 25 names into a drawing, and we'll select 4 lucky winners to receive that free lesson, and we will be contacting you via email.
Excellent. So remember, everybody, that is ballardsbowlingacademy.com. We will all be posting all of our little Beyond the Lanes to our website, also to our YouTube channel and Facebook, of course. So don't forget, even though we're home, you can do some drills. You've seen them. Everybody's putting them on Twitter and Instagram and Facebook. I know, EJ, you mentioned earlier you were working out more and jogging, correct?
Yeah, we were doing getting out a little bit each day, doing some jogs, doing some runs. You can, of course, do your cardio at home. A lot of the things I like to do is keep doing puzzles. I do things like that, keep me mentally fresh, because that's the kind of thing when we're stuck at home all day, we can kind of mentally take a break and mentally check out. So remember, bowling is just as much mental as it is physical. So make sure you keep your brain just as sharp as you do your body.
Correct. Jeffrey, what are you doing at home during this time off to keep yourself in bowling shape?
Let's see. So far, it's been a lot of bike riding, and we've been going through the nature trail that we have a little bit close to home. Just going through there and seeing what kind of new things arise each day, if it rains or not. But just riding the bike and get a couple runs in. Obviously, I have my daughter with me, so it's quite a bit of fun.
Nice. We've been walking every day. I think Dylan and Alyssa did 2 miles today, and I did 3 miles because I go a little bit more on the fast walker, so I can get a little bit more in. Always have been. But we've definitely been getting out on the nice days, again, using the orb, that's what I like to call it, right? As we roll that off our hand, the brick, just even doing those lunges to keep the legs in shape besides even walking or running. So there's so many things you can do. We can start putting some of our ideas up on our channel. So this has been great, guys. You guys have anything else you want to say or talk about before we head out?
One thing is just everybody just stay positive. I know it's all going to be a process. We're all in this together as a bowling community and as a family. So we're all here to support each other. So remember, to stay on the bright side. We'll all get through this, and there is a light at the end of the tunnel, and we'll come out better for it.
Excellent. Jeffrey, any parting words before we sign off?
Definitely, I have to agree with EJ. We all need to stay positive. And don't forget, just have fun. We have to accept what is and have fun. Enjoy your time with your family. And the times you get out, enjoy every moment you can.
Excellent. Well, that is true. We want you to stay safe. Ballards Bowling Academy is here for you, not only for bowlers. Remember, I said this is beyond the lanes. We're going to be talking about a lot of things on these podcasts that we do. We're going to be bringing people in from our community, talk a little bit about Ballard versus the Big C, some other things that we do. So please make sure to continuously check our Facebook page, Ballards Bowling Academy, and also our website for the lessons that we're going to be giving away. And thank you for sharing your evening with us. We look forward to seeing you next week.